Hi, my name is Nonema Tikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about what happened again after lunch. We're still at that because, hey, son, about what was happening in that courtroom is that its defense is woke and its defense is putting things on record and leave them there. They will deal with them when the time comes, if the need comes. Okay. So the courtroom drama in the Senzo Meyiwa trial just took a shocking turn, right? A matter that was already ruled on before lunch was suddenly reopened after the break, and many are asking, was it fair? No, it wasn't. And I'm glad Nisi put it on record as I understand by why was Advocate Baloyi allowed to revisit the same issue? Why did the judge entertain it after already making a ruling? What was that? And what does this mean for the integrity of the trial? Okay, in this video, let's break down that explosive development around the Zungu statement, the photo evidence, controversy, and the growing perception that the process itself may be under pressure. Okay, that's what we are going to talk about. So, something happened, right, in court today that should never happen in a properly run trial. A matter was ruled on, closed, finished. The weird thing about that is there was no request to reopen it. Baloyi stood up and said, we just want to go and touch on the matters that happened, just the matter that happened before lunch. Excuse you, say, what do you mean? What do you mean? I did not understand that. I was like, Nisi, I did not understand that because revisit it for the why. Why are we revisiting a matter that was already dealt with? What's going on? Okay. As if that was not enough. As if that was not enough, Kesana. Ujudge Rata uyamazwenzeni. Ujudge Rata ke ngoku went on to make it worse to listen to Baloyi, even though he knows ukuthi what Baloyi was doing was very wrong. Okay. So, Jehovah. So something happened in court today that should have never happened in a properly run trial. A matter was ruled on, closed, finished. Then after lunch, it came back. Reopened, revisited, entertained by Ujudge Rata Mokgoatlheng, the same judge that ruled on it, and then the matter was closed. He entertained it. The weird thing is that we did not hear Baloyi requesting to open. We did not hear him requesting or making an application, but he just did it. He just got it back and said, my lord, we're going back to the point that was happening in earlier on, a point that was closed. And now the question everyone is asking is simple. Was this justice or was this something else? What's going on there? Now, before the lunch, we know that there was a chaos that happened and it was ruled on and the door was closed. Let's be very clear about what happened before the break, okay? An issue was raised, the photos and how they relate to the Zungu statements, Constable Zungu statements. The defense challenged it, an objection was made, and the presiding officer, Judge Rata Mokgoatlheng, ruled on it. That ruling should have done one thing. One, close the matter. And what happened next confirms that advocate moved on. Baloyi moved on, continued with cross-examination. New questions, new direction. No continuation of that issue. So in legal terms, that door was shut. That door was shut. Now, after lunch, the door opens again. Weird things, ne? Yes. Now here is where things take a turn. Court resumes, and suddenly the same issue comes back. No formal application, no new evidence introduced, just back again. And not only that, it's allowed, entertained, expanded. So now we have a serious procedural problem. How does a closed issue become open again without explanation? Because in any fair trial, consistency is everything. You cannot close a matter, move forward, then go backwards, unless there's a legal basis for that. And here, that basis is not even clear. Since I said earlier, no applications was made. Now that alone is making us feel like strategic shifts are happening, deflection mode, everything. Now, that's when Judge Ratha started going all rogue on us about himself and inserting himself in situations that he was not part of, he was not mentioned. Because this wasn't just about procedure, this was about strategy. Instead of dealing directly with the dangerous points, including the issue that was raised around everything there, the focus shifted. Suddenly, it became about seniority, experience, authority in criminal law. Who asked him all of this? Who asked him all of this? Because that is not evidence, that's positioning. That's what happens when the facts are uncomfortable, Kesan. Now he wanted to shut down the defense. That's what he was doing there. He wanted to shut down the defense. That's what he was doing, Judge Ratha. You elevate the argument to status once to avoid the substance. And in that moment, the courtroom stopped being about facts. And it started being about influence. It started being about influence, the credentials, and I don't know what were we supposed to do with the credentials. Now, the focus was about Zungu's statement. That was the bottom line, which is a ticking time bomb. Now, let's talk about the real issue. The one that is not going away, Constable Zungu's statement is not going to go away. Because what the defense is suggesting is exclusive, that the statement was made after the witness has already been exposed to information from the state. If that is true, then we are no longer dealing with an independent evidence. We are dealing with something that may have been influenced. And once that possibility is raised, you cannot unsee it. You cannot erase it. Even if you try to cover it, even if you bring what you called a big blanket, you can't cover this. The crack is already there. Now, here is the most dangerous part of it all. Even if everything happened has an explanation, the perception is shifting. When a judge appears to reopen issues, engage one side more than the other, allow a second bite, people start asking, is this a level playing field? And in law, perception matters, because justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. What we witness today is not just a moment, it's a signal. Because once a trial shifts from what is the evidence to is this process fair, everything changes. And if tomorrow brings what many are expecting, another bomb, then the case may no longer be about proving guilt or innocence. It may become about whether this entire process can stand. And in the center of it all, we have who? Judge Ratha Mogoateng. We have Judge Ratha Mogoateng in the center of it all. Who's insectile? But the question is, how is he going to get out of this one? One thing that must never happen, they must never recuse him. He must deal with it. If he wants to be recused, he must recuse himself. He must say, you know what, I'm having issues. I'm old. I'm forgetful. I'm not going to be able to do any of this. Someone else must take over. A young, fresher person must take over. Me, nah, I can't do it. He needs to do it himself. He must not expect anyone to do it for him. Never. He's a big boy. He must handle it like a king. What are your thoughts when it comes to everything that happened right that time? Do you think Judge Ratha was fair when he started allowing Baloyi to open something that was already closed? What were your thoughts? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.